Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the 757 Renaissance Man podcast. I have the honor of chopping it up with a true 757 Renaissance Man, Mr. Latroy Brinkley. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
So, and for all you guys that's watching the podcast, you have to check out this t-shirt game we got going on over here. We gotta, hold on, get some more of that up in there. Yeah, so just so y'all know.
Just so y'all know, I came on with my shirt on. This dude went and got his shirt and put it on. I'm like, all right.
For all y'all that can't see, Latroy has on a Virginia State shirt. So I had to come get my illustrious Norfolk State University. Not only, hold on, let me stand up a little. My band shirt. Look. Whoa. Behold the green and gold.
It's good. You know, we respect our children. Y'all grew up to be good. We're proud of you.
Yeah, for history, Norfolk State is a spinoff of Virginia State. Yes. But we got to be so great that we had to have our own university.
Is that what happened? Or, you know, and after a while we had to send our president to come and make sure y'all were all right. You know, we known for getting a little down and dirty. Right. I think my grandmother used to call it the school on the corner.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's 7-Eleven across the street.
Listen, I wouldn't stop there if I didn't have a lick of gas.
When I was going to school, Friday nights at that 7-Eleven was all you needed. It was all you needed.
That was the hangout. I remember coming down from Virginia State one year. I think it may have been homecoming or maybe the Labor Day Classic, but that was the hangout.
Man, you could park there. You could fill up your tank.
Yeah.
Get you a chicken sandwich. Not a sandwich, but a sandwich. Get the newest mixtape. Get you something, haircut, something to drink.
Yeah.
And a dime bag if you chose.
That
all
was it.
For one spot.
Everything you needed was right there.
Yeah, man, a great times. But I'm glad to see my man is repping the HBCU life. So,
no doubt, we got to promote our HBCUs. We want to make sure they continue to grow and be strong. So, you know, big ups to both schools. Both schools doing their thing.
So I don't know. I'm gonna tell you my story. How I grew up in a house full of Hamptonians.
I went there for my master's
and ended up going. I was a black sheep. Like my mother went to graduated from Hampton. My father graduated from Hampton. My uncle and aunt were tenured professors there, and my little sister, to make me look bad, graduated from Hampton University.
I went there. I ain't like it. I was like, all right.
So, you know, I get my revenge every year, battle the band, with the band, I can't always get the football game, but I'm going to get that band win.
We have some of the greatest football games in this area. Well, the two, Battle of the Bay and Labor Day Classic.
Yeah, hold on, make sure they see that. But yeah, Hampton is messing it up because they changed conferences. So they have it, and we really haven't had sports in real traditional as we know it sports in the whole year. So I want to see what it's going to be like this year because there was no Battle of the Bay. Yeah, Like those
Yeah,
are the
every
two
month.
games you went to. You went to Homecoming and Battle of the Bay. If you ain't go to no other games, those are two games you went to.
Yeah, you already know traffic was going to be backed up on 64
Mm-hmm.
trying to get to the school. So
And of
let's see
course, the
what the
first game of the
future.
year used to be y'all when we had to spank your band. And then
So
y'all
here's
got the nerve to come down and want to fight. Why y'all want to fight all the time?
so
We
here's
supposed to be the thugs, and y'all always want to fight at Battle of the Band.
so here's the thing. This is what happened. Could y'all think y'all better than us? We don't like that. We don't like, just like you going back to your parents' house and you just walk in like you still live there. No, we're not having that.
Let me remind you.
Right, right. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to the football season. Well, the whole entire athletic season this year
Yeah.
because of last year, nothing was going on. So,
And I think this year, even if you weren't a football fan, you were a fan of the environment, everybody's going to find a reason to go to a game.
well, big ups to Norfolk because your baseball team
Just won the title.
yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. First time in school history, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's dope. Big ups to y'all. We give props.
I'm trying to get one of those hats now.
We will fight y'all.
And we fight back.
Right. Oh man.
So you just got back from a great trip. You just got back from Dubai, which is definitely on my list. Tell me what that was like.
It was amazing. 63 friends. It started off as a birthday trip for one of my homeboys, Chantrell. It was his 40th birthday trip, but we couldn't go last year because of COVID and the pandemic. So we went this year. So 63 of us took over Dubai, and we did as much as we could in 7 days. We went from Thursday to Wednesday. Flew out on Emirates Airline. If you ever fly over there, you must do Emirates. They treat you well. The country itself is beautiful. It's clean, respectful, low poverty rate, very low crime because they don't play.
Yeah.
You just know if Virginia State and Norfolk State was over there and we came to Norfolk State fight, we all be locked up somewhere.
And we don't play that over here, my friend.
So, some people did dinner in the sky. We rented a yacht. We did a dinner cruise. The ski park in the Mall of Emirates, we did that. We visited the Dubai Frame, Burj Khalifa, went to the Golden Souq where they sell spices and gold. We did everything that we could. We shopped till we dropped. We ate good food. We had a good time.
I want to go to Dubai, and I know I could do this in the States, but there's something about it in Dubai. I want to go to Dubai and rent a Ferrari.
And you should. They're everywhere. You can rent Ferraris, Rolls Royce, Bentleys, Aston Martins, anything you can think of. They have it there. I mean, you just do it. And I tell everybody, Dubai is not expensive as a lot of people think it is. I think when most people learned about Dubai, it was what was that movie? Sex and the City.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, they were in Abu Dhabi.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Abu Dhabi is expensive. However, you can travel there and not break the bank. You can break the bank or you cannot break the bank. It's just like, you could come here and you could stay at the waterfront or you can stay downtown Norfolk. You can choose.
Right.
You can choose what you would like to do. My travel agent, her name is Iris Martin, Surreal Journeys Travels. She gave a heck of a deal, man. I mean, we went, I think the average person just to go with airfare, accommodations, and probably about 4 of the excursions, it was right around $1,500 per person.
And you can spend that in Vegas.
Bro, I spend that around here. Easily. But you know what? It was cheaper to fly to Dubai right now than it is to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody's back traveling now. And the flights to go to Vegas, I looked at one, I was like, I'm going to just go kick it for the weekend. It was like $800. I was like, I could go back to Dubai for this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's you have to go. It's a lot to do.
Yeah. All right. So me and you, we've traveled in the same circles a lot, and
Yeah.
we're just now really meeting. And we met at the Wall Street Cafe,
Yes, sir.
and they were having a well, you described the event.
We had a crypto party.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Dominique Epps and Danita Hayes, who are the owners of Wall Street Cafe in Suffolk, we sat down one day and we decided to have a crypto party because Dominique and I and Andrea, we're heavily into crypto.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of people who always ask us questions. So, what is crypto? How do you do it? When do I buy? When do I sell? All of those questions. So, we had a crypto party. Um, and there's a lot of knowledge that comes in behind it. And so we threw a crypto party on a Friday night, and it was dope. We had a good time.
It was very dope.
We gave away, we had food, we gave away gifts, prizes, money. We had a DJ, and a lot of questions got answered. People left with more knowledge than what they had on what cryptos to buy, what a candle is, how to read a chart. So those type of things. We had a good time on a Friday night. Friday night making money.
Yeah. Shout out to Dominique. He'll be on the show soon.
Yeah. Oh, he gonna bring it for you.
I already know.
A lot of knowledge.
I'm about to rest up for that one mentally because I know.
Yeah. He give you so much. You be like, okay, slow down. But let's be clear. Dominique didn't buy Dogecoin when I told him to buy it. Make sure you ask him. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so that actually was a great event, and and so was a DJ there.
Yes, Shane was the DJ. Yeah,
no drinks, no alcohol,
great
food.
Because I asked Dominique when we were playing it, I was like, "Yo, it's BYOB."
Right.
Bruh, I'm like, I'm asking for me.
But I mention that because I still had a great time. And I learned something. And you remember they used to say on Fat Albert, and you're going to learn before it's all through. That's how I felt it was. And we was kicking it, and we had on our grown people clothes. We did. And I had a great time. And shout out to the chef, because he made some of these fire jerk wings.
Well, they have those at the cafe as well. Some of the stuff, they have those at the Wall Street Cafe. But it was amazing. Dominique and I talked that night after everyone was gone. We got on the phone and we talked. It was amazing to see us at a venue on a Friday night. We weren't drinking, we weren't smoking. We were just having a good time, and not knocking anybody who does that, but we were having a good time. We were learning. We were making money.
We were networking.
It was like, I always say, you could bring your own chair to the table. We had the room was the entire table, and it was good. It was a good feeling. And the next day, everybody was asking about it because they saw the pictures and the videos.
They missed out.
We're gonna do another one. We're gonna do another one.
So, okay, and me and you took a selfie that night, and then the next day, everybody was like, "How you know Latroy?" Like, I wasn't even in the picture at all.
I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, I met my boy last night. So,
and then that solidified. I was like, yeah, we know a lot of the same people. Man.
A lot of the same people. The world is small. I think everywhere I go, I see somebody. Hey, I've seen you somewhere, or hey, I know you, or you know such and such. And it's like, wow, yeah.
Well, 757 is small.
It is.
Especially when it comes down to like people doing things and moving and shaking, you'll find that you'll run into a lot of the same circles over and over again.
And it happens without you even knowing it. You're just, we sat down and we talked. I was like, yeah, I do this, I do that. He was like, yeah, such. I mean, it's a small world.
Yeah.
And that's how it is.
So where did you grow up at?
I grew up in Suffolk, Virginia.
All right.
I grew up in beautiful downtown Suffolk, Virginia. So
So, okay, going
yeah,
to the Wall Street Cafe had been
uh-huh,
the first time I had been to downtown Suffolk in over 10 years, maybe.
yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
feel about the way it's being developed now? Because it's totally different.
Um, it's life changing for us because I remember as a kid growing up in the area, and I'm only 44.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Growing up in that area, we had to go through the back doors of those businesses.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't any black businesses on those streets. Now we own those businesses.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good feeling. And it wasn't until maybe less than 10 years ago, I realized, wow, when we went to the drugstore, we had to go through the back door.
Mm-hmm.
When we went to the department store, we always had to go to the back door. There was one department store who served breakfast and lunch,
Mm-hmm.
and we could never sit at the counter. And, I was like, we had to go to the end of the counter and order our food and get it there. We could never sit there. And it wasn't until I got older, I was like, wow, we were still in segregation.
Mm-hmm.
But is amazing now because I see my friends, the people I grew up with and went to high school with, we own buildings on those street corners, the barbershop, salons, event spaces, cafes, restaurants. So it feels good.
Because it wasn't too long ago that the Planters plant was the biggest thing there.
It was planners and Lipton tea.
Mm-hmm.
They were the two. If you worked there, it was like, you remember how people got jobs at the post office?
Right, and they stay there
You worked for the
forever.
post office.
You made
You were
it
it.
right.
But it was Planners and Lipton tea. My father retired from Planners.
Okay,
I was there. There was an old Planners. I was there when they blew up the old one and opened the
a
new
new
one,
one. Uh-huh.
because they got to bring their family. But now Suffolk has grown to the Target warehouse, QVC, Blue Bunny. I mean, the Amazon is
I was
now
going
in.
to say, doesn't Amazon have a presence
Uh,
there?
I mean, it's so many big industrial buildings with those big names that are in Suffolk. We are the largest city by landmass,
Right.
so it's like that main thoroughfare.
Mm-hmm.
So Suffolk is growing. It's good. I remember you used to know everybody who was there. Now it's a lot of transient militaries because the price of living is still very inexpensive in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember East Washington Street.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Good. We had good times growing up in Suffolk. I often tell my little cousins and my kids too, y'all don't know what it is to have fun. And I know they get sick
They
of hearing it.
don't. They don't. They don't even go outside no more.
You don't know what it is. It was a joke on Facebook. They was like, this can't be the same heat that we played in when we was growing up. Man, I walked outside today. I was like, my God. And I came right back in the house. But we would go outside. You would eat, do all that in the morning, be outside by 9 o'clock. You stay out all day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, because if you come back in, you staying in.
That's back when you could go outside and play, and you literally would come back in 2 shades darker.
That was it. You come in the house, you take a bath, you eat, and you pass out because you played so hard, And we make up games. We had a whole band in the neighborhood, being on trash cans with old broomsticks and tree limbs. But we had fun, man. We had fun.
At drinking out them, they make y'all couldn't come in the house, so you had to drink out the water hose.
It was that we had a spigot. We had a water hose. I remember I had a water hose, so it was water in the water hose.
Before
you gotta let that run. You gotta let that run off first.
Yeah. Oh, you might catch you a bug or something.
Yeah, man. Gosh, good old days.
All right. So after high school, what was it? What was it for Latroy?
Well, the life-changing experience for me, 93, my mom passed in 93. I was a sophomore. So mama's
sorry
boy.
To hear that.
Yeah, man. It changed my life. I think I'm probably one of the few people who look at death differently. You're either going to die from it or you're going to grow from it. And I grew from it. I know that she wanted me to do great things, and that's why I'm here today. I was like, I want to move, I want to go away, but I didn't know what to do. I know I wanted to have a name. And who I am today is not what I planned to be. I wanted to be a judge.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, okay. That I lost that idea real quick. Because when I took the LSAT and I paid $300 to take it and I failed it twice, I won't take that no more. I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm good. I'll do something else. But I applied at Virginia State University, and I remember because back then they gave away fee waivers for you to apply for the application fee. And I remember one of the guidance counselors, she was a white woman. She said, "You probably won't get in." And I looked at her and I was like, "Why?" She was like, "You should just go get a job." That's what she told me. And that stuck with me. So I was like, I got to prove you wrong. And I did. So I applied at Norfolk State. I applied at your school. I applied at Hampton and I think it was Howard and Virginia State. But Virginia State was the first one that responded. And I was so ready to go. I was like, I bet. They gave me money to go. I didn't have to pay a lot out of my pocket. And VSU changed my life.
Right. So what was the transition like going from Suffolk to Richmond?
Petersburg.
Petersburg.
It wasn't too bad because both areas, Petersburg was in a downtime when I went because one of their major industries was, I think it was an eyeglass company. They had closed down and the city kind of folded. So it was kind of slow. To get to Richmond, that was like 20 minutes away.
Right.
I didn't have a car my freshman year. So the transition was good. That meeting new people was my obstacle, even though it was easy, but it was like, I have no family here. This is out of my usual, who are these? Then I had people who graduated before me in high school and they were there. So we all kind of like got together and we started meeting people. And man, I had the time of my life. So much I stayed there for 5 years. 4-year plan. I did.
All right, so you did get one of them Norfolk State degrees.
Listen, it has no boundaries. No boundaries. So it was cool, man. The time of my life were my college years.
So when you mentioned the schools that you applied for, all of them were HBCUs.
Yes.
And we live in a very unique area where we have at least 4 HBCUs within 30 minutes of each other. And that is really rare. So do you think that was well, let me ask you it in a different way. Why didn't you apply to any PWIs, or were any of them on your radar?
So back in 95, when I graduated or when I applied was in 94, I didn't know the difference between, being transparent, a HBCU and a PWI because it wasn't talked about then. It was just like you going to school. But I knew from what I saw on TV what I didn't want to experience. Because I remember visiting William and Mary when they used to make us go to Jamestown on field trips. I was like, I don't want to go there. Then 2 of the main reasons I decided to go to choose those schools to apply at was a different world in school days.
Yes, okay.
Because I was like, oh, everybody on those campuses look like me. I want to have that experience. But they didn't tell me that they didn't have air conditioning in their dorms. They didn't tell me that the food was nasty.
Right. It's no Mr. Gaines Cafe.
Right. No Mr. Gaines. Right. I was like, where the pit at? I was like, y'all you're supposed to have a pit.
Where Whitney at? That's why where is Whitney?
Yeah. Who's stepping? Won't nobody stepping? I was like, yeah, you set me up. But all of those things did happen. And I guess a different world, in my view, is in everybody's individual eyesight because we made our own a different world. Just like I'm sure you all did. You were in the band. That's your own different world. So we had our own different world.
So let me tell you, the only reason I went to college, only reason I went to college was to be in an HBCU band.
And you chose the right one. Yeah, I'm telling you straight up, y'all got a good band.
Yeah. Okay. So I told you, everybody in my house went to Hampton. So I grew up basically on the Hampton University campus. My mother sung in the alumni choir. So I went to, I don't know how many commencements, how many homecomings. So I was used to, I already knew what to expect from the college life. And from the time I was a little boy, I think I was like 5 or 6, I fell in love with the band. And I don't know what it was, but it was I was either going to be a drummer or I was going to play tuba because it seemed to me like they had the most fun.
That's the experience.
Yeah. So I ended up playing tuba. But like some people play football and that takes them to college. For me, it was all about the band. Like if it wasn't for the band, I don't know the band kept me in school, kept me in high school. It kept me having a goal to attain, to achieve. And once I got to the band, you couldn't tell me nothing. Like I am not even gonna lie, I didn't care nothing about classes. I wanted to be in the band.
That's why I was there for 5 years. When I was in high school, I played the alto saxophone.
Okay, bro. That's what I started with.
I left it at high school. And, my family was like, "You're not going to march in the band?" I was like, "No." So in high school, I sang. So when I got to Virginia State, I joined the gospel chorale. And, my first international trip was to Europe with the gospel chorale over the Christmas holiday. And my junior year, I became the director of the gospel chorale. I did that. So experiences of my life, man.
Travel the world, man. And my kids don't get it. My daughter hates it. This is her last. We had an agreement. And she did band from, I think, 6th grade.
So how old is she?
She's 14 now.
Does she walk around the house with hoodies on?
Yes.
Bro.
I don't care what yes. It's hoodies.
She's going to be 14 on the 27th. She walk around the house with hoodies on. I don't care how hot it is. I'm like, what? Where are you going? What are you doing?
That's their uniform now. She has maybe a good 8 that she keeps in rotation. And then she got her dress hoodie. She got her hoodie for just lounging around, her hoodie for grandma house.
I'm like, okay, this is weird, but okay.
My son too. It's 90 degrees outside. And I bet you if I call one of them, they got a hoodie on.
And then she went through a phase of, and I really didn't know what was going on. Pay attention to my daughter, but I'm like, what are you doing? She'd be sitting there with her AirPods in, and
TikToks.
I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, it's TikTok. It's a dance. I'm like, that's a dance?
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah. I was like,
and I hate to be my parents, but I'm sitting there saying stuff that I said. I say stuff I said I would never ever say. Why are you sitting there looking like you having a seizure?
Looking crazy.
Right.
Man, I'm like, what are you doing?
I always said I was going to be cool with the trends and the styles and the music. But then my dad raised up inside of me. And next thing I know, turn that noise off.
Bro, turn that light off. But you go to bed. I'm like, turn into my dad.
You ain't paying no bills around here.
That's it. Shut my door. Shut my door.
No, my one, and I talked to my mom about this the other day. The one thing my dad used to say, I said I would never say, and I ended up saying it the other day. Y'all don't believe fat Me Greasy. And it came out my mouth, and I couldn't stop it. I was and it was out.
Came on out. It happens, but hey, those are the things that made us who we are. So I don't know. My daughter, I'm like, you need. She listened to her music. We in the truck or the car. I'm like, listen to this. I'm like, y'all don't know what good music is. This good music.
But hold on. The songs that they do know from our generation, they don't know it from the song. They know it from TikTok.
And somebody remaking it.
Yes.
And, I asked my daughter one time, I was like, well, who did that song? Oh, such and such. I was like, no, they stole it or they bought the rights.
And it sounded like my mama, because my mama was like, boy, that's an old Al Green song. What is you talking about?
Right.
I ain't know the hippity hoppity. What are you talking about?
Right.
And now I'm doing the same thing. And it hit real. It's some TikTok out there where the music to it is the Jodeci Come and Talk to Me remix.
Uh-huh.
And at first I was impressed. I was like, my daughter, cool. She get it. No. Mm-mm.
It was a dance to go through it. It was a challenge.
Mm-hmm. Why we didn't need life was just a challenge enough for us when we was kids.
It was.
I didn't have to invent no new struggles.
and they do. And I'm like, this is the new normal though, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, when the pandemic hit and we were sitting at home, I was fine. Mm-hmm. These kids was about to lose their mind. Well, what I'm gonna do today? I don't know. Go do something.
And they got everything in the world. You got
everything.
The internet.
Everything. We had none of that.
You know, our internet was called Encyclopedia Britannica.
Listen, when they came to the house to sell them for $1,000.
And then if your parents ain't had no money and they got the old set.
Paper stuck together.
No, they still talk about slavery. They ain't got nothing in it about the moon launch.
I'm like, you know, and you don't even see those encyclopedias anymore.
As much as my parents paid for, my mama still got hers.
Actually, my frat brother has a set that his mom left him. And I was like, bro, wow, you still have them? He was like, yeah. I was like, keep them. Mm-hmm. Keep all them lies on them pages.
And there was no updating it, because once it was out, it was out.
None. That was it.
You got the 1974 version, and that's it.
That was it.
Anything happened beyond that, it never happened because they ain't in the book.
But you on your own. Shoot.
So yeah, they got everything. That's what I couldn't figure out. This is what I couldn't figure out. I can't figure out why every kid in America right now doesn't have straight A's.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what I told one of my clients. I said, ain't no way I would this past year graduate with nothing less than a 4.0 because I would cheat.
I sure would. You mean I got to go to class? Ain't nobody in here looking at me.
Nobody.
I'm going to class and then the school system provided them with the Chromebook. So I got the computer and the internet. And you don't think I'm going to open up another window and find out what the answer is?
Everything. I would have cheated.
I tell my kids all the time, is when you get in the workforce, it's not about what you know. A lot of times it's if you can find the answer.
That's it.
And they don't care how you find the answer, just as long as the problem gets solved.
But you know what? I think corporate America has figured that out over the last year too, with everyone working at home. Mm-hmm. People are being more productive. They're getting more work and better work out of people than being there. So it's not how much of it you know. Can you find it? Can you get it done? Mm-hmm. Do it.
And I'm real interested in seeing how the work landscape is going to change. But since I have you here, let's talk about this. I think it is so funny right now that, you know, I'm going to say the people on the right are upset because they can't find people to work right now.
Listen.
And you know what I think it is, though? So we've been home for all this time, and people have realized their true worth and either came up, figured out their own businesses, or learned how to survive without having to deal with your job. And now you want me, I've been making it this whole year without you, and now you want me to come crawling back to you. And they mad. Things got to change now. You got to up that minimum wage. You got to,
yes, that part. And people not playing anymore. You're not going to hire me to work at your business for $9 an hour, and you're a multi-million-dollar company. Mm-hmm. You know, they can't find people to work. People up the minimum wage.
I think one thing, $9 an hour was not enough for me to risk my life out here in this whole corona just so I could bag your groceries.
I think for $9 an hour, I could probably pay my light bill and my gas bill, but that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And I
How do you
think that
expect
forced people to
to survive?
have other options. And then once they saw these options and saw them working, nah, man, I'm not going back to that.
That's right. And not only that, I think we also, um, with clarity, we see that there should be no reason that there should be any homeless people or poverty in the United States of
Mm-hmm.
America. Y'all can write as many checks as y'all want to. We saw you do it.
Mm-hmm.
So why are we not helping people like we should? Um, and I get it. People on the right, they don't want it. They don't want it. But a lot of the people on the right are receiving.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when those checks went out, it wasn't a red or a blue check.
Mm-hmm.
It was a paper check, and it went out to everybody. I'm mad I didn't get one, but oh well.
Mm-hmm.
But people started businesses, man. They just can't go back. We're never going to be the same. It's not going back to being regular. Even me with my salon, I don't go in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I go in Wednesday, work full day, Thursday and Friday, work full day. I go in Saturday morning at 7, I'm done by noon.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's it. I mean, cut your work week down and enjoy life. I think during the pandemic, you get to enjoy what you work hard for. You get to sit down and relax, because before that, it was the hustle and bustle.
Mm-hmm.
I was at the salon, I'm on a flight, I'm going here, I'm doing that. And you miss out on the fundamental things that really matter. The day that the world shut down, the next day I was supposed to have been on a flight for vacation.
Mm-hmm.
I was so mad. It was my birthday trip. I was pissed off. But it happened, and it makes you enjoy those moments now.
Mm-hmm.
I was so glad to go back to the airport.
Yeah.
I
haven't. All right. So my in-laws are in Baltimore, and I haven't been to Baltimore in about a year and a half. And it's like, I can't wait to go to Baltimore now.
Right.
Like, it means it's different.
You risk your entire life going.
Yeah.
And not even COVID.
It's going to hit a little bit different this time.
Yeah, I have family in Baltimore too. It's been about 2 years since I've been up there. But one of my cousins, she went with me on a trip not long ago. We went to Cabo. Mm-hmm. But it's the small things. I used to go to New York at least 3 or 4 times a year just to go. Mm-hmm. I haven't been, just to go to a cookout. I haven't been. Like, I don't know what I see a lot of people not wearing their mask anymore. I'm still wearing mine. Those small things, man, like.
But I remember it was a time that Asian people in Japan, China, they've been wearing their masks for a long time, since, as far as I remember, since SARS.
They would get on the flight, and we would look at them strange, mm-hmm. like, and here we are wearing masks.
And now it's our everyday thing, and I'm gonna keep wearing mine. And okay, so I kind of like it because I ain't really had to smell nobody's breath in about a year.
Bro, listen,
I like that part of it.
And at first it was cool because people wouldn't recognize. Everybody knows who I am. They know what I do. And going out sometimes is aggravating because you just want to go in the store and get what you want. You don't want to have conversations.
You can put your hat on, your glasses, your mask.
I had glasses, hat, mask. Mm-hmm. And people was just walking past. Then this came. Yeah. Oh, hey, Troy. Like, I just try to tuck this on. I'm gonna send
you a link. My lady bought me one of those. This my little play beard, right? But she sent me this mask that goes down and it's got like a pocket here for you to tuck your beard in. I'm gonna send you a link to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real dope.
I enjoy the mask, Sometimes because I'm asthmatic, I have to pull it down just to regain life. Mm-hmm. But it don't bother me, better safe than sorry.
I'm extremely high risk. I'm waiting for a heart transplant. So
oh, man.
I think that I'm always probably going to have a mask. And then another thing So this year, I told you, we like clothes, we like dressing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't spend so much money on these masks that match my outfits.
Listen,
They permanent now.
I had masks made. I don't order them. You see Amazon come to my house faithfully.
Yeah.
Faithfully. I'm on their radar. If they don't come to my house at least 3 times a week, it's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. As a matter of fact, they're going to be here tomorrow.
I had one come today. I got another one coming tomorrow too.
Yeah. But I got to teach my mama how to use Amazon because to her, I'm Amazon.
She order me this.
Oh, yeah. This is what I need. Oh, order me. And it's so bad. She got her card and her address tied to my account.
So check this. I want to, because the other day I was working and my dad called me. He wanted something to eat or whatever, and I couldn't get to him. So I DoorDashed him some food. I want to set it up on his phone, but I'm scared he might go overboard. What is this?
Man, okay, so talking about these kids and them being independent, over the pandemic, I got both of them. They both got Cash App, and they both got Cash App cards.
Do they send you requests?
No, but they do. I can be home working. And all right, so it's no secret that my little studio here, this is my living room, right? My front door is right here. I could be here recording, and somebody will be at my door, and it's a little dude with a hamburger. Like, what? Because now they got DoorDash, they got their own little money, and random food just shows up to my house.
But this is what my daughter do. I'm sending her the phone beeping. I'm like, she didn't send me a Cash App request for $25. Denied. Why you do that? I was like, leave me alone.
And she probably sitting in the same room with you.
15 feet away.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you want? Oh, I saw something I wanted to order. I'm like, no. And then check her Cash App, and she got money.
Yeah, my daughter right now doing the same thing. Oh, I ain't want to spend that money. I need to hold that money.
Yeah, I'm like, for what? You gonna pay this light bill? Shoot.
Yeah, it's a whole new game out here, man.
It is. It really is. But I mean, we just got to move with it.
Yeah.
We got to move with it.
All right. So what is Mr. Latroy Brinkley up to now? What kind of projects and things you got going on?
Oh, man. So when I travel, I get ideas. So I'm working on a business plan for 3 fun activity venues. Working on the business plan for it, then gonna, reach out to my investors and make it move. That's one. Number 2, I'm a commissioner in the city of Suffolk. So that keeps me busy.
Congrats.
Got my salon. I got cryptocurrency going on. I'm always somewhere with Coco, helping her do stuff.
No, you're not going to scoot. You're not just going to skirt past that. We're not going to skirt past that. Go ahead and tell the people which Coco. We're not talking about Cocoa Puffs. We're not talking about
of SWV versus. That's my sister. That's my heart. That's my homegirl. That's my homegirl. I've had the pleasure of knowing her. I think it's somewhere between 8 and 10 years, and we met and we clicked. We always tell the story of how we became so cool. We had met, and I think we were backstage. It was hair. Something was going on in DC, and she lived here in the area. So she invited me to a cookout at her house when I was out of town. She fussed me out, and I was like, "This girl is crazy." But Baltimore, I was working for Black Enterprise doing hair at the Afram Fest down at the harbor.
R.I.P. to Afram Fest.
Listen, bro, we had a good time. It was at M&T football. It was at the stadium parking lot. We had a good time. So that year, Black Enterprise, we sponsored it for 2 years. And SWV was singing. and I was on the side of the stage, and she overheated, and she fainted in my arms, and I was like, it was crazy. So that moment connected us forever, and we chilled. We just celebrated her birthday all weekend, and SWV is back on the road. I'm sure everybody saw Versus. We had a good time there.
Versus was nice.
A legendary group, man. Legend. Like, they still got it. They still look good. They still sound good. They kicking butt. So with her often, before that, I was working, I was the executive hairstylist for the Neighborhood Awards, the Steve Harvey Morning Show Neighborhood Awards. So I did that, hoping one day that the Neighborhood Awards come back because it was a good time.
Yeah.
But my celebrity clients, I met them through that. That was the start of it all. And there was a lady who helped me. She works for the Steve Harvey Morning Show and for Fox Media. Her name is Jade. Jade is my sister. I call her my sister too. She helped the name that I have today. She gave birth to it. She helped me and she introduced me. So big ups, Jade. Thank you. And a lot of people, man. It was dope. She keeps me working.
Okay.
She keeps these bills paid around here.
Right.
So that's all I'm got. And I'm traveling, man. I got trips planned. I'm no longer taking, I never took life for granted, but I'm traveling as much as I can. Mm-hmm. So I'm mad because I didn't plan a trip for July, but I got one the first week of August.
Well, please do travel because, you know, we got the connection with the crypto and the stocks.
Listen, man.
Man, let me tell you how much stock I got in airlines and cruises right now. So y'all party up.
When Carnival shut down and I had a field day.
Yes, I got a lot of Carnival stock right now, and it's doing great.
It's all coming back. You know, at one point I got frustrated because I was telling people, you need to get this, you need to get that, and people wouldn't do it. And, you know, of course they missed out on what I consider a blessing, but it's not for everybody. And I get it. It's not for everybody. But crypto has really, it pulled me through.
We're going to still have some conversations about crypto because I'm learning it. I'm still learning. I got some. Oh, and so I worked IT coming up. I'm so mad because I knew about Bitcoin when it was like 50 cents. But I was like, just imaginary money.
Right. That we were all like that. You know, I'm not going to call his name, but somebody that you're going to have on the show had Bitcoin and sold it.
And is kicking himself right now.
Make sure you ask about that too.
Man, I wish I would have. I mean, hindsight being 2020, man, I would have pumped a lot into it, and I just didn't. I didn't get it.
I think during those times when it happened, everybody was hitting us left and right with pyramid schemes and stuff like that.
Right.
You kind of like, all right, whatever. I don't know what this is.
And I almost feel the same way now with a lot of the new crypto coming out because it's like, and it's like, how do you know which one is the right one?
The good thing is with them coming out and getting them before they're a penny, you can spend literally $50 and have 1 million shares. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I'll throw that away at a restaurant.
Right. Yeah, just hanging out. That's
how I.
If I take my kids to McDonald's one good time, that's $50. So what happened? Side note: when we was kids, and everybody can go to McDonald's and the whole family eat, your daddy's give a $20 bill and get change back. What happened to that?
One meal at McDonald's and what, $10?
Yeah, and like it's good food.
Right. Soy burger. What my grandma say? They got a little bit of beef in there, but the rest of it is something else.
Yeah, something else. But yeah, you can spend that little money, and then I think I got somebody that when Dogecoin just first came out, put $100 in it, And now it's like thousands of dollars.
I got it when it was 3 cents.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I started buying it when it was 20 something cent.
But you remember, hey man, like kids now they like Chick-fil-A and Starbucks. I'm like, when I was growing up, my grandma told me I couldn't drink coffee because it was for grown-ups.
Man, okay. So do you remember Town Mall?
Yeah, I remember talking about the first Chick-fil-A.
Right. So this is my mom. My mama had game, yo. She would take me and my sister to the McDonald's.
Uh-huh.
And we would be like, oh, we got McDonald's. She'd sit us down in the little eat the place where you eat and let us sit there, and then she'd disappear.
She went to Chick-fil-A.
Because you remember Chick-fil-A was like two stops over.
Yeah.
And then she come out with the Chick-fil-A, and we're like, what's that? And don't worry about it. It's for grown folk.
I keep telling people, I'm like, yo, what Chick-fil-A is now, it wasn't. I was like, y'all don't remember Chick-fil-A being by Bradley's in Tower Mall?
Right.
Nah. I'm like,
shout out to that Chuck E. Cheese that was over there too.
Chuck E. Cheese, Style Setter.
That Chuck E. Cheese used to shut down and become the club at night.
I believe it. Gold Mart. Remember 1 Hour Photo?
Yeah. Everybody had their pictures, and then you go and you look at the walls to see your homeboys and their girlfriend. That's how you knew who was going with each other.
Yes. Oh man, good times. Jeez.
Yeah, Town Mall was jumping, man, on a Friday. And that's all we needed. $20 and a ride to the mall on a Friday night.
You were good.
Yeah.
You were good.
Yeah. All right, so I know I've taken enough of your time today, but you will be back. I know I've taken your time. Well, you're going to have to change that shirt, but you will be back. So this is how I end all my episodes.
What's up?
Let's say a little boy from Suffolk came to you today and said, Mr. Latroy, I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to come up. What advice would you give him?
I would start off by asking him, what is it you want to do and how can I help you? That would be number one. And I say that because I don't want to say doubt, but sleep on somebody else's dream. Mm-hmm. If I can help you come up or lead you, that's what I'm going to do. I would tell the 15-year-old me, believe in yourself, do what you want to do, and suffer the consequences if you fail. But after you fail, get back up and try it again. Just try it a different way. So I would tell that young boy, believe in yourself, and I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you get to where you want to go. So and that's how we make it. Everybody, you got to pull somebody else up.
Yeah,
that's what we do. You got to pull somebody else up. That young kid might be the next Steve Bezos or the next Barack Obama. He could be that, and it could be because I took the time to listen. So why not?
Yeah,
we've seen that happen. We've seen our people become people. So that's what I would do.
How can people reach you? What's your social media, websites? How do you want people to contact you?
So my multiple personality, bipolar social media pages, 2 different people. My Facebook is Latroy Brinkley, and that's my family's up there. My daddy and the bishop and all of them. So, I kind of curve my post. My Instagram is MRLJB, Mr. LJB, MRLJB. And that's where I post that most of the time. I just started TikTok when I was in Dubai because I got tired of all my grown friends that were with me on TikTok. And I felt like the little adolescent child that didn't know anything. I started my own. I was like, well, all right. But those are the 2 that I'm on. And somebody, Crystal Diggs, Fashion Stop, she's making me a shirt because somebody on the trip said, you're so different than Facebook. So my t-shirt is going to say, I'm not who you see on Facebook.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the 757 Renaissance Man. We got an update now. We official. You can now reach us at 757renaissanceman.com. They went live this morning. So you can catch everything there, interviews, you can ask questions, you can make comments. So hit us, it links to all the social media. So check out the new website, 757renaissanceman.com. Latroy, man, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
So when you get your 50 million followers, don't forget about me.
Of course, man.
Hey, that's it.
I'm trying to borrow 2 or 3 from you. That's all I need.
Hey, I got you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Sean. This is Latroy, and we are out.
Peace and blessings, y'all.